565.
Madam Speaker, a total of some 2,848.6 arpents of freehold land is owned by Landscope Mauritius Limited. I am informed that since the merger in December 2016 to date, Landscope Mauritius Limited has leased a total of 46.33 arpents of land to 19 lessees for industrial purposes. The company has also leased 47.83 arpents of land to 10 lessees for agricultural purposes and 12.7 arpents of land to 3 lessees for other purposes. With regards to part A to D of the question, I am tabling information in respect of each lease.
One supplementary question, sir. Recently, there have been some polemic concerning a letter of expression of interest which has been launched by the Landscope concerning projects using the land of Landscope. Can the Prime Minister inform how where matters stands concerning this project of expression of interest, inviting individuals or firms or companies to develop?
Well, the question is about land which have been leased. So I found out about how much land and I've given the answer. But of course I know that there is the land at Kodo, and there is a project again for how best to utilize those lands. But as far as I know, no land has been leased to those promoters, which I've also read in the newspaper, just like you. So if you want a specific question with regard to that, obviously I will give the information. But I can say to the House that so far, no land has been leased or sold to any company.
One last question, Madam. Concerning the land which was earmarked for the Heritage City project, it falls within the jurisdiction of Landscope. Can the Prime Minister from the House whether another specific project which has been earmarked by government on that land which was earmarked for the Heritage City project?
Well, I speak from memory, Madam Speaker. I do not recall that there is any specific project so far there at that site where it was earmarked for the ex-heritage city. We are talking about land which is higher up, near, not the downstream one, but higher up. So, but of course it will be for Landscope also to see whether there is any development that they would wish to see. And of course they will have to discuss with the government also so that we agree on what kind of development would be realized there.
Next question.
566.
But to be brief in your supplementary, please. Yeah,
Madam Speaker, I refer the Honourable Member to the reply I made to Parliamentary Question B174 on 11th of April 2017, wherein I stated that the Mauritius Duty-Free Paradise Company Limited, as a company, is governed by the Companies Act and by its constitution. By virtue of its constitution and its governing structure, comprising a board of directors and an executive management, the company has its own degree of autonomy. It would therefore not be in order to provide such details, including the services of legal advisors and attorneys, solicitors, retained by the company as requested by the Honourable Member.
Can I ask the Honourable Minister, whether as Minister of Public Infrastructure and responsible for the implementation of the Metro Express, he has visited the site and see the state of the present state of that atrium building? How would it compare with the modern infrastructure you are now undertaking?
It's deplorable and terrible. The problem is that you have so many tenants and so many owners that, like many derelict buildings, we don't know what to do. I think that there was a request which was made to the Minister of Housing and Lands to see whether we cannot have a list of the owners and maybe talk to them so that they are part of the project, because it would be indeed, because we'll have the terminal on this side and you have the atrium on the other side.
Can I ask the Honourable Minister, well, he has asked his technicians of the Ministry of Public Infrastructure to visit and have an examination of the state of the building, which is a danger, not only to the people going there, to those taking the bus, and those who take the metro in the forthcoming month, and whether it's not government is not contemplating, his ministry is not contemplating to use the last legislation which we have passed and piloted by him in respect to derelict building.
I think that we did an investigation some time back. Maybe time has come to do another investigation, because then we can have a recourse to a pulling down order.
Madam Speaker, information with respect to parts B, C, and D for period January 2016 to February 2019 is available on the website of my ministry. Information regarding date of application and date of approval, which is not available on the website, is being compiled and will be tabled. For the year 2015 and from March 2019 to date, information for parts A, B, and C is being compiled and will be tabled. Madam Speaker, with respect to Part D of the question, in compliance with the Data Protection Act 2018, it will not be in order henceforth to provide the names and addresses of the applicants.
Madam Speaker, I'm informed by the National Transport Authority that 61 applications for petrol service stations have been received since January 2015 to date, out of which 28 have been approved. With your permission, I'm tabling the details of these applications.
Minister, whether it's a mapping, an approved mapping of how many petrol stations are allowed region-wide, has there been any study on that?
Currently, the National Transport Authority is working on a mapping of the existing petrol stations and petrol stations which can be approved in the years to come.